Hello, everybody. So, as you see here, there's a quest that says something about Cyrene here, and I didn't know about this until just recently. So, uh, yeah, apparently I was missing something after the main story, but that I already spent like 10 hours or so. Yeah, kind of really needed to look into that. I'll turn the volume down just a little bit. Smidge. I was doing some treasure hunting, and that's why I'm where I am right now. But yeah, to think that I missed something, and that there is possibly some closure story post the Amphorius main story. So, I'm gonna do that first and foremost, and anything else that might be of importance. Oh, just right here. Miss me yet? Yeah, I missed you. Where'd you go? Welcome to the story we wrote together. This page of eternity exists because of you. Can you stay with us? The young girl smiled faintly. She had foreseen that at this moment you would hesitate, sigh, or pose a question. A moment later, you regained your senses. The her before you was nothing more than an ink trace left from the past, able only to carry a message, unable to exchange words. Damn it! Sorry, this was the only way I could leave you a message. You know what? Close enough. Take it a screenshot. By the way, I'm apparently at like hard pity right now for trying to get my next 5-star. I was originally just gonna get like, I don't know, E1 for Treeby or E1 Hyacinth. But I might get Cyrene, I just don't know. We've come such a long, long way together on the path of remembrance. Even though the Amphorius in my memory will forever continue its cycles, sealing the Iron Tomb in the past. Making sure that all my audio is good. Yep, we're good. Okay. Even though Amphorius in my memories will forever continue its cycles, sealing the Iron Tomb in the past, but those who remember you, this story, and this eternal garden will always be stay by your side, as a part of As I've Written, continuing to trailblaze with the Astral Express. The girl paused for a moment, blinking her eyes. I believe we'll meet again. Even though it's hard to guess what you're thinking, a heartful thank you would surely make this little flower in your heart bloom, right? Thank you, Ryuji. Oh, that's right. If you have time, can you please visit me in that little village in the memory? Who knows? I might have prepared a little pink present for you. Hello! She's so pretty. If I get enough rewards to get another poll, and considering I'm in hard pity right now, maybe I'll throw it towards Cyrene, I don't know. A little pink present for me, huh? Oh, Cyrene. Alright, there's... Oh! Aglaya! Wait! Seals? She used our memories to make this for us? Phynon? Wait! Our Jeromus pet? Anaxa and Casterus? Wait! This isn't nearly as bad as it seemed during the mission! Wait, what is this? Oh my god, this must be the names of all the people that we met throughout Amphorius. Little Chimera? My god. A bunch of fairies? To think that all this was here and I didn't even know it. Oh my gosh. Let me look at check the garment maker. Huh? Oh. Oh, so this is different. Oh. Interesting. Golden apples. I can't believe I didn't know this was here. So now our next stop is over that way. A little pink... Whoa. Hycelins and Ceridra? You see, the nebula blooms with radiance, tracing the silhouette of a garden. A newborn world is about to sprout. This scene is the ending of As I've Written, and also the origin point of Amphorius in the real world. One day, it will give birth to true life. The people in the memory will be born one by one, waiting for you tomorrow. The stars breathe silently. You are certain that the fruit of Amphorius has been planted. What about its cause? Until that day comes, the journey continues. Endless possibilities unfold beneath your feet, and only the memory remains in yesterday. I don't want to set it off alone. You recall the promise of Trailblaze. The story of a flame chase will echo across the stars. People will remember that Amphorius was a brilliant, magnificent world. Okay, I'm gonna cry again. No, that's not my cry button. That's my cry button. You think you can let more people read As I've Written, preserving the memories of this world. If you do this, the casuality will become more stable. You can't be certain, but you're willing to believe. What matters is that this is a promise shared between you and many others. Perhaps it's time to fulfill my promise. Why wasn't this in the main story? I almost missed this. This is like so important. I could have missed this. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be telling everyone. So, you're saying you want to mass print the text of As I've Written and publish it as a book? Not a bad idea. However, any publication on the Terrestrial Network must go through the IPC's channels. I'm not sure how they'd feel about this. One way or another, they can be pursued. We've already discussed the details of this project with the Business Consolidation Department. The verdict is approved for execution. Thanks to our experience in Euro 6, we were able to close this deal. Rather than focusing on short-term gains, establishing a model of preservation will be more beneficial for the long-term development. Besides, safeguarding new and growing civilizations is precisely what the Strategic Investment Department was made to do. According to Dr. Ratio, establishing consistent understanding of Amphorius across the cosmos will aid in its future, to a certain degree. That's right, the International Peace and Entertainment will handle the publication of As I've Written, and the IPC will cover all related expenses. As for liaising with the various planets, we'll leave that to the Nameless. That's cool. I see you've been prepared. As expected of the Throne of Worlds of Amphorius. Perhaps soon it will be time for the young ones to take charge of the Express. Don't sound so world-weary, Welt. We've got plenty of youth left. Even though the IPC is helping out, knowing you, you definitely want to go check it out for yourself, right? Go ahead then, and sow the seeds of civilization. Create a story that belongs to you. It's a story that belongs to everyone. Keep going. It's like an unwritten rule among the Nameless. Press forward and see it through to the end. Time is of the essence. We head to Belobog.
It's still early. Where to now?
I haven't been here in so long. Now that I really think about it. Oh my gosh, it's Bronya and Sela. Girlie's at it again. Sorry, ladies, I couldn't help myself. There we go. It's been a while, Ryuji. I heard you were coming, so I invited Sela as well. This has been a long-awaited reunion. I haven't seen you ladies in... Well, I've seen Bronya pretty frequently, actually. I've been using her a lot on my Finon team. Now that I really think about it. The kids at the orphanage are too scared to even go outside now because of this destruction. Never mind that. What did you want to talk about? Want to talk about as I've written. You recounted the story. I heard the whole cosmos was shaken up by what you did. Pretty impressive how you managed to sort everything out. Thanks to Miss Topaz's anti-iron tomb vaccine and our timely shutdown of the engine of creation, Belobog was able to avoid another crisis. Don't worry, the reconstruction plan hasn't been affected, but I must say, even a tiny ripple in the universe becomes a tsunami when it reaches frontier planets. The same goes for Emporius. As a similarly developing civilization, we are willing to contribute to its future. Goodwill is like a torch. It can only burn brighter when it's passed on. I'm not the only one. I'm not one for fancy words, but if you need help, I'll definitely be there. Oh, right. I've got something to ask you. Come with me later. Okay. What's so secretive? Don't ask, just be there. I'm not playing around. Okay, Miss Boss Lady. Why is Hook in bed? I don't remember. Finally, you're here. My legs are going numb. Hook, what are you... I heard from Claire that she was using Diggertron to help with mining, but the power was too much, and she fell and broke her leg. I'm afraid she won't be able to take interstellar flights anymore. She wants to hear your fresh stories from beyond the skies so she won't have any regrets. What did Dr. Natasha say? Just take it as the truth. Don't worry too much about the details. You'll help Hook out, right? Well, since you say so. We tell her the stories about as I've written. Thrilling adventure parts, naturally. Wow, the legends, galaxies, giant monsters, so cool. I knew there were so many interesting things beyond the sky, but Julian and the others wouldn't believe me. I'm gonna tell them right now. Hook sprang up from the bed with a whoosh and dashed away to... Bottle fudger! Didn't she hurt her leg in that fall? Perhaps your story was so fascinating that I cured her without any treatment? I admit I was just playing around earlier. She just wanted to see you. Children are all like that. All that fuss for nothing. Well, at least she's okay. I should get going. Keep an eye on Hook. Make sure she doesn't pull any weird stunts. Children's energy seems endless. To be young. By the way, that book seems really interesting. Would you mind sharing a copy with me? Next time a child is being difficult, I could use it to comfort them. Feels like you're treating this like a fairy tale. What's wrong with fairy tales? The story contains defiance, courage, and love, exactly the qualities children should learn. Besides, writing fairy tales is quite challenging. You must believe in the existence of beautiful things to write about them. In my opinion, sometimes adults need fairy tales even more than children do. Well, since you've said so, thank you. Now, could you sign this for me? And add a little message too? There's a word for this. Yes, book signing. Consider this practice for future book signings. What should I write? May we meet again among the stars. Well written indeed. This makes me the first owner of your exclusive signed copy. I will pass this book down through generations. 500 years, 1,000 years. As long as children keep growing up and children's children have children, it will never be forgotten. After all, some things must be remembered, like that Supreme Guardian, like all the acts of defiance that occurred among the stars. I brought them. Where's that book? I can't remember all the details in it. Well then, shall I tell you the story again?
How many moons does Amphorius have?
Alright, next stop on our journey. To Fushuan. On the Xianzhou Luofu. I hear Fushuan was also in that battle. Yaoguan. So, Junior Soarer, great changes are coming. Why not join the Yuchue as the Master Diviner? That way I could catch a breather too. General Yao Guang must be joking. If I stay on the Luofu, I'm sure to inherit the position of General. If I transfer to Yuchue, I'd be nothing but a mere Master Diviner for life. How could I not see which path holds more promise? Junior Soar's optimism is truly delightful. That was quick. I didn't even get to finish reading it. What perfect timing. I was just about to visit the Astral Express. What's the matter? Wait, you were actually about to visit the Express? Oh, crap. We tell her about the story and all our journeys on Amphorius. Before obtaining this book, I only knew that golden blood was reaped in this battle, and thus it was deemed a great victory. I do not know that within that golden blood lay such a stirring and tragic story. Shortly after the fall of Iron Tomb, the Alliance gathered all the generals to discuss their next course of action. The records in this book should provide them with additional support. What should we do? Rest assured, whether through opera, storytelling, or crosstalk, the Luofu never lacks ways to spread stories that capture people's hearts. Besides, the Alliance has been fighting battles everywhere. Has been fighting battles everywhere in recent years, and there's been plenty of tales about their valor and victories. The word hero already carries weight in people's hearts. The faithful adaptation of this, as I've written, within the Alliance is most definitely assured. But from what you've said, if we want it to be remembered throughout the cosmos, the Luofu alone may not be enough. This matter requires the Skyfaring Commission's assistance. Go talk to Yukong. I will inform her of the full situation. Man, we're just traveling all over the cosmos. Have I ever mentioned that I like Yukong? If I have, it's been a very long time. Oh, what's this? New Londium freight check report. Hi, Yukong. A false sky sealed by a pantheon? An exploration of challenging taboos one after another? Sounds like some kind of fable. I can make you a promise the Skyfaring Commission will provide its full support for matters relating to as I've written. From now on, the connections between the Xianzhou ships will grow even closer, and I'll have merchant vessels export as I've written to our allied fleets. With the convenience of the Whistling Flames Guild, this matter should be handled quite smoothly. The Luofu emerged victorious in the battle of Iron Tomb. We did not escape unscathed. Your safe return is truly a blessing. It's all thanks to my companions. Back when I was a pilot, I used to go on adventures everywhere with my companions in our star skiff. Even though we always managed to get out of sticky situations, we'd inevitably get a stern talking to when we returned. Those were the reckless days of my youth. If I had to choose again, I'd probably walk the same path. Same as your account of the trailblaze in your book. I'd like to ask you a personal question. What do you think about this journey to Amphorius? It's an unprecedented memory. Is that so? Such wonderful memories. I'm actually getting a bit envious. Memory is quite a peculiar thing. Sometimes I even... Why didn't it let me... Why did it skip the text? I was trying to read that. I don't even have it on autoplay! Slow down! We shouldn't let them consume too much of our... Yeah, look at me. What am I saying? Be it the eons or the war, these topics are too grand. We shouldn't let them consume too much of our thoughts. Regarding as I've written, I will do my utmost and won't let these heroic deeds be buried by the stars. We have such wonderful connections.
Who do you think is stronger, Lord Finan or General Jing Yuan?
Why don't you go ask the general?
Now they're talking about it here.
Who do you think is stronger, Lord Finan or General Jing Yuan?
I'm sorry, but if we're comparing Finon to Jing Yuan, Finon's stronger because he was able to injure an Eon. A freaking god. Finon's amazing. I want to take a freaking picture, if I'm being honest, of them saying that. The story of Amphorius won't be forgotten. Can I not take a picture with the camera here of them saying it?
Stronger, Lord Finan or General Jing Yuan?
It's already probably floating around the internet anyway. Alright. Monument of the Three Nameless is next. This story will be remembered throughout the entire cosmos.
It's still early. Where to now?
Oop, another balloon. I'm actually really tight on credits right now, so I really need what I can get. Here we go. Oh, oh, that's what we're doing here. Mikhail always welcomes visitors. For those who lose their way, he never fails to point them in the right direction. But there's no confusion in your expression. I'm guessing you're not here for answers? I'm here to tell a story. That's right, together with another author, I wrote a book about the Railway's journey. This time I'm here to tell that story. I want to share this experience with those who came before. Alright, alright. Let's tell them what kind of story this really is. So much has happened in Amphorius, how could I sum it all up in just a few words? This story, I'm afraid it's going to take a while. Let's start with the world of Amphorius. In a world on the brink of extinction, yet teeming with heroes, in the flame chase journey, the Chrysosairs marched one after another. While mortals stood united, this is an ode celebrating humanity, a hero's journey. Now for the meaning of this journey. Met precious kindred spirits. As a member of the Flame Chasers, you've joined Amphorius' grand journey. You've encountered heroes, forged bonds, and achieved greatness together. As a traveler, your footprints have already reached far and wide. Such is the way of the Trailblaze. Explore, understand, build, and connect. But there's always a next stop on this journey. When the whistle of departure sounds, the express will leave, carrying all memories with it. But the stars will remember the name of every epic. It's like this trailblaze. Story I'll never forget. Let me start from the beginning. I spent countless moments in this dream within a dream. As the story ended, a certain emotion in your heart grew stronger, like a burning ember. News doesn't travel as fast in dreams. Every plot twist in this story caught me completely off guard. Thanks. I guess that's all that needs to be said. I think Kel would be proud of you all. It's Robin! The journey against the destruction and the stories behind it should be known by more people. I know a few publishers who can make dream bubbles based on sample books and put them on the market in Penacony. However, as you know, Penacony is a realm wrapped in syrup. I worry that epic tales of heroes might be too heavy for those living in dreams. All we could do is put it on the shelf. Whether it survives the competition, there are too many uncertainties. But I think you should just follow what your heart tells you. People can only tell stories they truly believe in. Once you've made up your mind, go see Dr. Edward. I'll convince Mr. Odie to help out. See you later. In Penacony, dreams must conform to reality. And as I've written is no exception. What will you choose? Lucky for you, this is a dreamscape where furniture can talk. Why not hear what they have to say? Seriously? I'm asking furniture for advice? Weird. Huh. As you know, nothing is taken seriously in Penacony. Even heroes' tales of blood and tears are just casual gossip over dinner. Remember Clocky, Brother Hanu, Miss Note? They were all living legends once, if as I've written gets passed down, something like that. I believe in Amphorius. The story of the Three Nameless is the best proof of that, isn't it?
It's still early. Where to now?
Alright, I'm gonna try to stop crying. Gosh, the story of Amphorius just makes me so freaking emotional. Love, friendship, rage, regret, such a tiny dream bubble contains such complex emotions. It's like pouring a whole bottle of vodka into a dolium. Thank you for providing the memories. Here's my verdict. It's bound to be a huge hit. Even if the results aren't what we expected, I can still have the heroes tap dance in the Vortex of Genesis. That'd be just as a big success. Just kidding. Rest assured, I'm a professional dream bubble collector. I know what I can and can't be successful. I know what can and can't be successful. And so, as I've written, was published in Penacony. Some guessed Alfalfa was behind it, and they weren't wrong. With such a big favor ready for the taking, why not use it? Let the young folks keep stirring things up. Who knows? Maybe they will actually change the universe one day.
A world made of Memoria? What a joke.
You might want to check where you're standing.
Exactly! Thanks, lady! At least someone has a good head on their shoulders. Alright, now we've gotta go talk to Asta. Which theme
It's still
that is.
early. Where to now?
Hi, Peppy! We love Peppy. Oh, I always love Peppy. He's so cute. Hi, Miss Asta. Alright, let's send the damaged ships to Pier Point and have the IPC foot the bill. Oh, if it isn't Ryuji. Perfect timing. I've got good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first? I guess we'll just take the bad news first. Now that I think about it, starting with the bad news might be a bit too abrupt. Let me give you the good news. Then why'd you ask? Remember the star knot I gave you? The good news is that I got one from a space pirate. Huh. But his fleet was dispatched to fight against the Iron Tomb, and the star knot was destroyed. I've reposted my purchase order, but it'll be tough to find another seller anytime soon for a ship of that size. Doesn't that sound like that's the bad news? Actually, I'm here for Iron Tomb too. We told the story about As I've Written and the current state of Amphorius. I have to say, this idea is way more interesting than the researchers' projects. It's a shame you don't need funding, or I'd definitely invest a few 100 million credits. Oh my god. You can still do that if you want! I took an elective called History of Frontier Planets back in my student days. The professor warned us on the first day not to take everything at face value. Many worlds add exaggerated elements to their local hero legends, claiming their ancestors' bloodlines are inherited from some eon. Eventually, having an extraordinary origin story became quite the trend. But isn't that how stories work? When enough people believe in them, they gradually become reality. I hope so. I'll get As I've Written added to the space station's required reading list. The researchers may not be interested in mythology, but once they hear it's Madame Herta's project, they'll get as excited as Peppy seeing a spacesuit. I want to see Peppy being excited over a spacesuit. That'd be really cute. Peppy's adorable. One of the cutest little pups there is. Speaking of which, where is Herta? Madame Herta has overexerted herself. She still needs some time to recover. Who said that? Huh? A mere Lord Ravager is enough to make me overexert myself. I just wasn't online, that's all. The IPC keeps pestering me about forming some alliance. I got tired of their nagging, so I just turned on auto-answering mode. Oh, right, Rijay, I've got some more good news. After Iron Tomb fell, the scepter was ruined, but Screwy and I managed to salvage a majority of the data. They are crucial for the newborn Amphorius. Well, let's call it that for now. If things go smoothly, the world's evolution can skip its inorganic life phase and take a big step forward. Besides, the last extrapolation record, the one when you acted as the world-bearing titan, is crucial. The Trailblaze will replace the destruction and purify this world. Scurry has signed a special agreement with the IPC. They will closely monitor the state of Amphorius for a while. So what happened to Cyrene? As a heart of the scepter, she too was filled the cosmos in She too filled the cosmos in the instant when item swept across all the existence. She became the memories of the stars. The surging imaginary energy. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a numbness in my mouth right now. It's kind of hard to speak properly. I'll get this right. The surging imaginary energy enabled her to create a miracle. With herself as the cradle, she closed the cycle of causality in Amphorius, making a world emerge from the memory zone. Of course, I know you just want to hear the outcome. Let me put it this way. She's just sleeping. Maybe she'll open her eyes again as a pink memo sprite and once again embark on a journey to meet you. But that had already happened in the past, in her subjective time. Everything has become eternal. She was smiling when she left you, so don't be sad. She'd tell you the same if she were here. Wow, Herta, you're being so freaking... You're going really nice to me right now. How long until a new Amphorius is born? I can't make any promises. That planet will gradually become how you remember it to be, but no one can tell you when that'd be. It might take 1,000 Amber Eras, or it might only take a year or two. The only thing for certain is that what you are doing will surely hasten its growth. My advice is continue the journey and be prepared for the worst. But keep hope in your heart. You know that if there's one thing that the world of Amphorius isn't short on, it's miracles. Damn, Herta's giving me so much hope, and it's making me want to cry again. Has she always been this nice? I don't remember her ever being this nice to me. So what is the prime mover of life? Scree and I have reached a consensus on that. Regrettably, the answer given by the scepter is indeed destruction. You could find a more detailed discussion in the database, but that's not Amphorius' answer, and I don't imagine it's yours either. I have my own insights on this, which I've written in the annotations. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, you can make it your own research topic. Alright, that's all my questions for now. Then I'll disconnect for now. Got lots of stuff to deal with. Herta signing off. Madam Herta has actually been thinking about Amphorius all this time. The last time she couldn't stop talking about something was when she contained the Stellaron. Leave as I've written to us. I'll contact you again when we have news. I don't remember Herta ever being that nice to us. This must have really brought us closer together. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ugh. Man, I'm such a big crybaby. But I can't frickin' help it, man. I take back what I said. This little side quest has given me a little bit more hope that this isn't the end for Amphorius. At last, your journey of sowing has reached its end, and you have returned to the Astral Express. Looking back, the Amphorius you spoke of has taken root deep across the universe, quietly awaiting the day it will sprout. Perhaps this is the final step of Genesis. What are you spacing out for? There you are! I've been wondering where you two are! Damn it, I just stopped crying! Now I'm gonna cry again! I've been looking all over for you two. Where have you been? Time to cry again. I looked all over for you two. Oh, it's you guys. Of course, after all, we three trailblazed through Amphorius together. I ran my heart out for this. I received a message from March when I was leaving Thalassa, so I came back with her. She ran into some trouble on Calcis. Don't even get me started, I'm already shy as is. And then the synthesis beacon had to break down. Thank goodness Donhan could speak the Clay's language. Also, I discovered a new species resembling chimeras on Spindle 3. There were no prior records of it. Does that mean there could be planets completely filled with dromacies? Let's wait for Himiko and Mr. Yang to come back before we do a full debrief. You should rest for now. You look tired. Yeah, see you in a bit then. The world has never been so quiet. It is as though you could hear the sound of heartbeats. This is the final stroke you write for Amphorius. Only fate knows how to respond. But you know, whether it's tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, they're all continuing the path of Trailblaze.
Stay strong. Eyes forward. Always.
What? Cyrene? Huh? Huh?
See you tomorrow, Amphorius.
Yeah. You bet I'm taking a screenshot of that. Because it better be a promise. We better have a future with Amphorius again. Or I'm gonna lose my marbles. Did I save it?
Nice.
That is the kind of conclusion I needed. So, Amphorius might actually return in the future. And we might see everyone, well, we can see everyone again. Now, let's see what else. Not quite at a 10 at a single pull yet. All right, what else do we have? Before I do anything else, is there anything else important? We do have these events. So...
It's still early. Where to now?
Now it's... Oh, now we got a lot more of them here. We got Mighty and Castris. Aglaya, Anaxa, and Phynon? Can we... Partner, you're finally here! Every time Professor Anaxa and Aglaya stand together, it means Akuma is about to be turned upside down. Even now, I can't let my guard down. What are they talking about? I heard all that. Nothing major, I just wanted to find someone to discuss the new Titan myth circulating on the streets lately. What did I tell you? Even without the golden thread, the illustrious Lady Goldweaver still loves keeping tabs on everyone, and you, Phynon. As luck would have it, I also know what you're about to say. Phynon's just like that lady, not letting even the smallest detail slip by. Whose student is he really? Stop arguing, we're all his teachers. Huh? Partner, what are you talking about? The Titan myth circling on the streets, I have a bad feeling about it. Could it be that one called the Hidden Hatred, the Butterfly, and the Tree? A girl named Minesta caught Circe's attention while studying at the Grove, but Circe discovered that her closeness was merely to gain academic guidance, which made their relationship grow complicated. Professor Anaxa, may I continue? Why are you asking me? It's about Circe's. What does it have to do with me? Well, after all, some people think that the bow and rift of chrysalis and gold depicted in this book are alluding to a certain new cycle. Years later, their successors' relationship deteriorated to the point of becoming sworn enemies. During the one encounter, they accused each other of not even deigning to look at one another's properly, and nearly came to blows. Oh, and there's a postscript. All myths get embellished by later generations by these two titans. These two titans weren't as lovey-dovey as the legend suggested. They just had some occasional collaboration. So, Anaxagoras, what do you think? If you ask me, there's only one redeeming quality about it. A bit of occasional collaboration. All myths are mixed with later embellishments. Indeed, that's quite an astute observation from a scholar. I was the one being hesitant with my stitches. Did I hear that right? Aglaya actually praised Professor Anaxa to his face? Since regaining my sight, I've resumed my work as a weaver. Stesiphona from the bookstore commissioned me to weave a Titan mythology-themed tapestry for her shop. Though after hearing these new versions circulating in the streets, I started contemplating how to arrange and edit them. Oh my gosh, they said that she could see again. Yay! Well, that's rare. Since when does Lady Goldweaver start caring about what others think? After all, these new pair of eyes were no different from those of a child's first observing the world. There was still so much to see and learn. People of the new world deserve to learn about the history through a better story, don't they? Speaking of which, we have someone right here. Ryuji, I heard you're planning to take the story of Emphorius beyond the sky. How did you hear about that? How did you hear about that? So a tapestry, wouldn't his story make the perfect blueprint? Leave it to me, I'll write with absolute fairness and objectivity. Then I'll look forward to the day you bring the story back again. That makes me happy. To think that we can still see them, even though it's not on the Express. The fact that we could just see them again in general makes me so much happier. Enough. Alright. But that was the first thing I wanted to do, and I'm glad I ended up doing it first. That gave me a little bit of closure on Amphorius' story. Even though I was super upset about how it was at first, this at least gives me some more hope. Because Madame Herta gave us a little bit of hope by telling us that Amphorius has a chance to become a real world. So the world might eventually be reborn, and all the people, all the comrades, friends that we made on our journey through Amphorius, they might come back. And if that does happen, I will be so happy. As usual, I'll be crying, of course. As the norm, I'm always crying from this stuff. This was my favorite chapter of our Trailblaze journey. And I'm very happy that they at least had this mission as like a little bit of closure. But now, ID Silizii, maybe?
It's still early. Where to now?
All right, and there's more. I almost forgot about this. There's also a little bit more closure with Cyrene as well. She is so freaking pretty. So there's more. Oh, let me face her. Oh! Never mind. They say kindred spirits, even when traveling different separately, will eventually arrive at the same destination. Perhaps that's why we reunited here in ID Silizii. I thought I'd never see you again. Don't go, please stay here. I'm afraid I won't be able to say yes to you this time. No! After defeating Iron Tomb, I walked alone for a long way back on the path I came from. To give this romantic tale a proper beginning and end, I've used up all my ink. Perhaps this is our final meeting. Though the story of Amphorius has reached its final page for now, your own story still has many chapters ahead. If you ever find yourself stuck on a page, remember to keep looking forward. After all, if someone's waiting for you in the past, then surely someone must be waiting for you in the future too. Just hearing about that sounds so romantic. But I still want to see you. What a coincidence. I was thinking the same thing. Oh, Cyrene! We shared some peaceful memories together at ID's Elysiae back then. And we shared some beautiful moments together at ID's Elysiae. Back then I asked you, when you look back on these times, how will you picture me? She's just so freaking pretty, man. I want to go back to the past. I remember every little moment we spent together. What about you? Have you kept me close to your heart? Remember to review as I've written often, and let us keep you company. Next time, based on your memories, I will recall those days to ID's Elysiae as a final photograph to accompany you. How about one picture with us together here? In our final... I guess this is probably our quote-unquote final farewell. Although I really wish we didn't have to say farewell at all, period. At that time, the ripples of past reverie will carry stories and meet you once again.
I feeling kinda sleepy. Time for some shut-eye. See you in dreamland.
I have to get her. Even if it's just E0, I have to get her. Don't go! I love you! Ow! Wait, what? Home decoration? Oh. Now it's back to being small Cyrene. Aww. How cute. All honesty, I don't want to interrupt them. They're just... They're so peacefully sleepy right now. I'll never forget you, Amphorius. This was the best part of my journey. Reunite with the memories Cyrene left in Ides Silizii. All honesty, I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to claim it. I just want to see that. Oh, I also had some... Oh, wow. I have quite a bit of messages. Okay. Journey of Euphorius has come to an end. Through this research, I study and record the tongues and languages of different species across the universe, and I have gained more knowledge than before. If you meet a being you cannot communicate with, just come to me. How does a happy cat sound? Hold on. I mimicked this segment. At that point, they generally express I like it more and continue. Flibbly gibbity goo. Do you understand what I'm saying right now? Liberty. That's just gibberish. Mr. Ryuji, long time no see. It feels so good to bask in the sunlight once again. Is that long time no see, casters? We get a response! Oh my gosh, we actually got a response in the messages! I can't believe it! It's not, there's no way of getting a message back. Dreams do come true. One's pink and one's purple. I'm also terrible at coming up with names. Oh, this is all I ever knew. We actually get a full talking messages now. Now she can even have pets. I'm happy. Were you hacking? I love that we actually are having back and forth texts with the text messages with some of them now. Thanks, boss. I love them. I've said it before, but I really do love the Chrysosairs. They are absolutely my favorite character group. Even though I'm thinking about getting Cyrene, I feel like generally getting E1 Tribi would be more beneficial for me. Mainly because my go-to team for the most part nowadays is actually my Saber team. And I've been using Tribi on that team, and so it'll actually make my Saber team even better. So I might just get the E1 Tribi for now, and then maybe before the patch ends, if I have enough funding, I might get Cyrene as well. Because, come on, this design is absolutely beautiful. Cyrene is so freaking pretty. Unless I forgot her Memory Sprite look. Like, come on. You could tell there is just so much love in that stare. She's a wonderful character as well. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna break this shield first. Because that's credits that I need. Did I get all the things here? I don't really know. Oh, wait. I'll just, do this. I need 3 more. First things first, though. Do I get extra shards from this? Evernight. Or March? Alright, I'm going to, first and foremost, there's some stuff I need to collect. We need to go to the bath. Where is that? Holy City of Akama? There we go.
It's still early. Where to now?
You heard? Seems like all the rooms are
Alright. And we're gonna do this. Alright. We got our 10 shards. Oh, this wasn't here before.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
What is this? Amphorius Trailblaze log before the Era Nova. Oh, maybe I just didn't collect that before? Is there anything outside now? And then there's... No, I think that's probably enough. If I could find the, if I remember correctly, this was an event I did. Let's check the Genesis steed. See if there's any, new music to collect that I haven't gotten yet.
The spirit thief.
Anytime now, today. There we go. Alright. Genesis Steed. Any new music? No. Recipes, I don't really care about those. And I don't want to risk on a mystery box. Maybe I have to go to a different Genesis Steed somewhere? Wasn't in Castrum Kremnos, I know that much, right? So right now I just want to see if there's like any music discs that I might be missing potentially from the Genesis Steed. Wait. That wasn't there before. A new update for it? No. I don't think that's new. I think it's just gonna keep going, but it's not gonna give me anything. Bartholos' Troubles? Oh, Bartholos is willing to give me some free credits. Awesome. Hey, Bartholos, give me credits. Okay. Bug! I really do need a lot more credits, though. That's not a lie. Chimeras are so cute. Oh, Coins of Whimsy. Let's see, so there's at least 2 Coins of Whimsy, I guess? Wait, what was that? Wait, we got an achievement for that? That is so funny. So we just need to stop these leaks. Okay, cool. Hey, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. El Dorado. Oh my gosh, I remember watching the movie, like it was an really old Disney movie about that. That was actually a good movie. The Road to El Dorado. That's a nice little Easter egg, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I was really disappointed with how the main story ended, but I didn't really know that there was actually a very important side quest after the completion of the story that ties some loose ends together. And honestly, I don't feel nearly as bad about the ending of the story now. I have a lot more hope now. So I finished that quest at Ongo, and there was like another little thing, another interaction to do after that little thing. I think the Iron Tomb boss fight was absolutely sick. Like, that was really cool. And the music does not fail to disappoint. Wait, no. The music does not disappoint, my bad. It was a little tougher because I wasn't using a good team. I wanted to kind of go and finish the final battle, like, super story way. So I used all the Trailblazers and Cyrene. Even though it wasn't an optimal team, I wanted to end it with the people who started it. I cleared it first try with even a suboptimal team. Then again, my Danheng was E2. E2S1 Danheng, E0S1 Evernight, completely built Trailblazer for the most part. I personally didn't really have any issues with it. That's fair. To each their own. Right now, my only issue that I'm having is not really with the story, but I'm starved for credits right now. I've had to build so many characters back to back, it's just getting a little too expensive. Alright, so I gotta collect all the chimeras now to save them all. I'm actually planning to most likely E2 S1 Myophynon when we get to the second half of the patch. So true. How have you managed to stay alive up to now, Bartholos? Trickery will always find a way, boy. Remember, when the end of times approaches, The great spirit thief's laughter is the only thing that will never be drowned out by any powers of evil. That's fair. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Ah, I see. I have enough for one pull, and I'm actually in hard pity right now. Let me think. I did think about... I was considering getting E1 Treeby first, because at least Treeby is a really good universal support that I've been using across a few different teams. Well, Cyrene... She's so pretty. I'm not gonna lie, Cyrene's so freaking pretty, man. I can't deny it. Her design is so freaking pretty. It's just... And then just the amount of love in that stare. I can't. But I also... I have not. Mainly because I've been focusing on getting trace materials for my Hyacinth. So far, she's getting pretty well up there. We're getting somewhere. Oh, perfect. There we go. We're 7 across here now. That's good. But yeah, I'm thinking of going for like E1 Treeby for now, because I use Treeby on a lot of teams. But I'm not gonna lie. Wait, is that a thing? I could have done that instead of doing it individually for each one, or oh my god. Well, it's okay. It's fine. I'm used to it anyway. But so far, she still needs work, my Hyacinth. But at the very least, she has everything usable. Like, she's alright for now. But, I'm absolutely starved for credits. But, one thing I might try differently is I've been using an energy rope on her. But, apparently a HP rope might be better, but I need one that has speed. But for right now, she's alright for now, but she could definitely be improved. But yeah, I have E0 S1 Hyacinth, E0 S0 Treeby, because Dance 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 is on Treeby for now. One of my friends told me that they think that HP rope is better because she just gets her ult fast enough, apparently, according to my friend. But I don't know. I have to test the two and see how it feels. But I don't have an HP rope to test out. But I am thinking I might get the E1 on Treeby at the very least, because that E1 is very good. Heck, even the E2 is really good. I thought about getting Eidolons for my casters at some point, but I've come to realize that getting the supports Eidolons does actually help a lot more, because if you use supports throughout multiple teams, then buffing your supports is helping multiple teams instead of just one team. Which is very good, of course, because it gives you more value in the long term. That's completely fair. But yeah, I might go for the E1 on Treeby. Or even E1 on Hyacinth. Her E1 is good for HP teams. Hi, Tribble. I'm literally in hard pity right now, so literally this next pull I do, it's gonna get me a 5-star, guaranteed, most likely. Because I'm at 80 pity and I still haven't gotten anything yet. I feel like I'll... I'm either going to E1 Treeby or Hyacinth. I'm mostly leaning towards Treeby because I've been using my Saber team a lot more with Treeby. Like, we can take a quick look through my team. Since I'm not really focusing on story content today, since I'm pretty much done with it now, we could take it a little bit easy and we could just have a chill stream today. So I could, in theory, use Treeby here if I wanted to. Oh, I actually was able to fix my Fei Xiao and my March 7th a little bit. They both have good speed, and so that's good. So now they both have reasonable amount of speed. Though I need to get way more crit damage on my Fei Xiao. That's the biggest issue with her right now. And my March 7th needs some more crit rate. But I did exchange in the shop to get the Topaz Light Cone, which is actually one, if not the best in the slot Light Cone for Hunt March 7th. But for right now, I'm leaving this one on her because I can't level it yet enough. I was only able to get it to like level 50 right now, and it would be a huge decrease if I put it on her right now until I get it max leveled. But yeah, I had enough crystal, crystal things you trade in to get it. I could get one more light cone if I really want to, if it really got down to it. But considering the Fei Xiao team with March 7th is one of my favorite teams, and was one of my first teams, I really wanted to get them improved. I could say that my team is definitely better for Fei Xiao than it used to be. Yeah, so we have, like, my Fei Xiao is a lot better than she was, but she needs way more crit damage. My March 7th is now a lot better, but she needs way more crit rate. My Robin's always been okay, but I do eventually want to get her attack to 4,000 to kind of maximize her potential. And I might eventually S1 my Robin as well. Aventurine, the same case, I might eventually S1 him as well. He's literally perfect right now, though. Like, actually, my Aventurine is really, really good right now. If I just get his Light Cone, his signature one, and maybe E1 or E2, my Aventurine will be absolutely perfect. But for what he is right now, he's still really good. He's getting 100% crit rate in battle right now. And he's got at least 120 crit damage. So he's very, very good right now. And he's got over 4,000 defense, which is just borderline what he wants. And if I were to get his signature Light Cone, that 43,000 would probably end up being about 4,500. And so he would be absolutely perfect. So whenever Aventurine gets a rerun, I will go ahead and snag his signature Light Cone and maybe E1 or E2 him. And he's on the new set as well. So he's very, very good right now. Ooh, actually, hold up. Let me check the effect res. Am I at least at 30% effect res? Yes! So we're meeting all the thresholds we need to hit with my Aventurine. He's literally really good right now. He's the best he's ever been. So yeah, whenever he reruns, I'll get his Light Cone, and I'll get him E1 or E2, and then he'll be goated. I put so much investment into Don Hong. He's so freaking good. Literally, I have enough speed substats, speed with just the substats. Everything is attack main stat that can be. He's on an attack body, attack boots, attack orb, and attack rope. And he's just got enough speed in his substats in order to reach that 134 speed threshold. And... okay, I didn't really invest on effect res, but that's alright. Somehow, even though I have, like, no crit rate, he still crits sometimes, and that really is weird to me. And I did go as far as E2 on him. He is really, really doing good at E2. His E2 has been quite worth it for my account. You know, arguably, if I really wanted to, I could technically replace March with, like, Sunday. And then I could just put Don Hung here instead of Aventurine if I really wanted to. But I think this is a lot more synergistic. I think this is really good. And I'm trying to do a little bit... like, I've been really trying to fix my investments on my Fei Xiao team. Realistically, the biggest issue right now I'm having for her is that the body did not roll enough crit damage, and it was a 5-liner. So if I get 2 purple dice, I'll block off the HP percent and the break effect, and then when I re-roll it, it'll be so much better. That alone would be a huge fix. And if I could just get a pair of speed boots that have crit rate and crit damage and an attack or attack percent substat, that'll fix it. But luckily, I was able to get a second pair of speed boots with the new relic, fully leveled relic crafting system, which is really nice. So I've just been trying to get them I've just been trying to get the Fei Xiao team fixed for now with that new thing going on. And so far it has improved them at least. They're both meeting a really good speed threshold. March 7th just needs a bit more crit rate, and then I just need more crit damage on my Fei Xiao. My Finon team for right now is this for right now, but I was originally using Huahua, actually. Heck, I might even go back to Huahua just so I have my sustains a little bit more, like, spread out. Like, but yeah, if we want to go through it, right now my Finon is... he needs a little bit more investment. He needs at least 5% more crit rate in order for him to have a good amount of crit rate, but he also could use more crit damage. He's E0, S0 for right now. I will eventually get him E2, S1, is my plan. He is fully leveled in traces. I do have him on a full set. I actually am thinking that for right now, since I can't get his speed high enough without his light cone, I might switch him over to an attack boots. If I can get double crit stats on those attack boots. Heck, let's see right now. Does it end up being a double? Nope, unfortunate. Gotcha, you're going with Cybrini instead of Bronya. I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, it is a shame. It's 1 dice per thing. For right now, I think I might just honestly leave my Finon team as is. Even if I did get Cyrene, I might just leave it. And I admit that Don Hung is not bad for the team at all. But I know Don Hung was probably made for it, if I'm being honest. But I might try to make it so where I don't have to use Don Hung in this team. Maybe see if I can try to get Sunday off the team as well. As controversial as that does sound. This way I can keep my Sunday with, like, my Saber. Because my Saber team is actually really good right now. I just have one problem that's really annoying me with my Saber team. And that problem is that my Saber, I cannot get her any less than 2 speed ahead of my freaking Sunday. I just don't know why I cannot get my Saber any less than 2 speed ahead of my Sunday. I've tried, and it just will not work. And it has to be Saber I switch, because go figure that since my Sunday's 136 speed, really funny thing. My Jing Liu is exactly 1 speed ahead, and I do use her with him at times. My Jing Yuan is even exactly 1 speed ahead of my Sunday. Heck, even my Fei Xiao is now exactly 1 speed ahead of my Sunday if I really wanted to. But the one that matters the most to me, I can't get 1 speed ahead exactly. It's driving me nuts. But I actually have a lot of fun with this team. Before I got Danheng, I was originally using... This. This was the team I was originally using for my Saber. And if you want to take a quick look at my Tingyun, she is marvelously built right now. And she has exactly 1 for her speed. Also, who doesn't love Tingyun? Look at that face. Love Tingyun. Yep. It was originally the energy kind of farming team. We would just take everything from them, and it would just be all 3 of them would be farming energy to Saber. And the light cone that is on my Huahua, when she provides healing, also generates even more energy for the team. I gotta be completely honest with you as well. I did not build my Tingyun until after I got Saber. And actually, it wasn't even right away. So I'm just as guilty. But, yeah. My Huahua is very, very good. I'm not even gonna lie, my Huahua build is actually perfect. She has really good, really perfect, like, really high amount of speed. She's got a good amount of HP. She's got so much effect res as well. Originally, before I threw this light cone on my Huahua, I was actually using this one. I was using the perfect timing. And she had like 100% effect res in battle, which was insane. But I've come to realize that Shared Feeling is actually really good because whenever she provides healing, it also provides energy. I might eventually get Huahua's signature light cone, but for right now, I think this one's doing really good. I also just finally got my first copy of this light cone, which is not the worst, but I don't think I have a personal use for it. And I do have her on these sets. I might consider getting Eidolons on my Huahua at some point. I don't think Huahua's ever gonna be bad to have. But yeah, the team was fun, I'm not gonna lie. I really did enjoy using Tingyun. I love her so much. She's so pretty. We were using Dance, 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 and that. So we were getting a lot of extra turns. But yeah, that's what I was originally using. Heck, I could, realistically, if I really want, I could keep it that way. But, say I were to actually use Danheng more on the Finon team.
to safeguard hope. That too is every nameless one's duty.
That was beautiful, Don Hung. So what I could do if I really want is I could do
Pierce the darkness with dawn, Duck Solaris.
that, and then I could put Cyrene here if I really wanted to. If I really wanted to. But, if I'm being completely honest, I'm probably just gonna keep Bronya here. I don't think I'm gonna turn Final into a full Chrysosaurus team. I also just think I prefer having Huohua for now. Mainly because of one thing in Huohua's kit. And that's that her skill says that at the same time restores ally. Wait, where is the thing? That's completely fair. What was I thinking of? Oh, here it is. After using a skill, Huohua gains Divine Protection lasting for 2 turns. And during this duration, it decreases by 1 to start of Huohua's every turn. Which means, when Finon gets rid of the rest of the team, this ability lasts longer. And it says that when an ally uses their ultimate, restores HP for that ally equal to an amount equal to 4.5% of Huohua's max HP plus 120. At the same time, every ally with 50% 50% HP percentage or lower receives healing once. When it's triggered to heal an ally, you spell a debuff from an ally, and it can be triggered up to 6 times. Use the skill again, resets the trigger count. So that's a huge bonus from this, is that because Huohua goes away when you use Finon's ultimate, the duration for this lasts longer. So that's just a nice little thing about it. And kind of same issue I have with my Bronya and Sunday. I can only really get them 2 speed apart. But I do think that for right now, until I get his signature light cone, which honestly, it's probably going to be pretty soon. I don't know, maybe I'll just leave him as is. And then when I get his light cone, I think it gives him like 12 speed. It'll put him to 136. And so then I'll just need to try to get him at least 1 speed ahead of my Sunday. This way I could go Finon Sunday. Yeah, Finon Sunday, Finon Bronya, Finon again. But yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm going to use the Chrysosaurus with Finon. I think that this is fine for now. I'm so sorry. I lost my 50-50 when I was trying to get Hyacinth, actually. But you know what? Even though I did lose, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Because I lost to something that's not terrible. I lost to E1 Fushuan. And honestly, I've actually been contemplating about building her. I might eventually do it. And that last light cone trade-in I do, I might do for hers. But I have to think about that. Her E1 isn't too bad either. It says that while the knowledge effect increases crit damage by 30%. And her E2 is a caster's revive, essentially. Which isn't bad. Yeah, honestly, she's not that bad. I just don't know how to use her, and I don't really have the ability to build her right now. Also, just to be a troll, I've been refusing to activate my Seala's E1 that I lost to out of spite. the thing about Huohuo's talent, it is that it says that after using her skill, she gets Divine Provision lasting for 2 turns, and the duration decreases by 1 at the start of Huohuo's every turn. But because you use Flyman's ultimate and it gets rid of Huohuo, it delays her turn, making it last longer. Gotcha. You sometimes use Fushuan, just her 12% crit rate. Sweet. Yeah, if we want to go through all my teams, though. So, a couple of you guys, I believe, are a little bit newer here, so you might not know this, but I am a proud Firefly main. I love my girl Firefly. And, she's my only E6. I went all in on her. By accident. So, here's the funny thing. This was not intentional. I decided to kind of just keep on pulling on her banner until I lost. That sentence alone should explain. I kept pulling on her banner until I lost, and it didn't happen. The one time I did lose my 50-50, it was a double. And the loss came after the win, guaranteeing my 6th copy. It was the luckiest E6 I've ever seen. For someone who didn't get, like, multiple copies of the same temples. Honestly, yes. I do believe I will. I'm a little disappointed. I thought that she would be a lot more, like, a dignified lady. But, honestly, if it means Firefly buff, I'll go for it. And there is another reason as well. So, I do have a romantic interest in my life now. And, she does kind of refer to herself being a yandere. So, in a way, I feel like the Dahlia would actually give me representation of her on my account. And the fact that I can then use a representation for one of my favorite ladies and my favorite lady in the game, that's kind of a nice thing. And funny enough, that they actually work well together is just absolutely insane. And I also did get the outfit just for bragging rights. Literally, because Firefly was so good to me and I was able to E6 her so painlessly, I was like, you know what? The girl deserves it. It really does feel like the Wu and ZZ devs actually made her. Maybe, Tribble, maybe. But I'm gonna let you guys know that I actually didn't start vertically investing until actually last year. When I came back to, when I came back home. When I started working again. That's when I officially started vertically investing. In more than just light cones in character. So like Eidolons. So I E1 Fugue on her last rerun. I recently went E2 Ruan Mei because of the golden tokens. I still have 2 golden tokens, by the way. The ones we got from this patch. I pulled Ruan Mei on Firefly's first banner. I got them at the same time. So I've had Ruan Mei and Firefly since the very beginning. Ooh. For which, like, overall, or, like, for what am I playing for Super Break, or what exactly? Because it would really depend on the exacts of the question. Funny you mentioned E3. My Saber's E3, my Bronya's E3, and my Archer's E3. Oh, gotcha. I do plan on E6ing my Saber and Archer at some point. At some point. I don't know when exactly, but before, like, I'm thinking during the 4.x patches will be when I try to go for E6. I'm gonna probably skip the new path for now that they release. Just so I can focus on what I have. So yeah, we got them right now. E6 Firefly, E1 Fugue, E2 Ruan Mei, E0 Lingsha. Wow. Wait. I have all different number Eidolons for them. E0 Lingsha, E1 Fugue, E2 Ruan Mei, and then E6 Firefly. But at some point I will get E2 on my Fugue. At some point I will. Is that a Finon main? I gotta mess with things a little bit. Yeah. E2 Fugue for Dance 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 is very, very good. But it does more than just that. It also gives her extra energy on top of that, so it helps build towards her ultimate. Right now, my Fei Xiao's E0S1. I'm eventually gonna invest in her E2, I feel. But I gotta really get her crit damage up. That's like the only concern I have for my Fei Xiao. If I could just get her crit damage up, I'll be happy. March, Hunt March definitely needs to get at least 100% crit rate outside of battle, or no, inside battle. I haven't done Currency Wars yet, actually. Honestly, maybe I'll just leave my Saber team like this for a little bit. Yeah, my Saber's E3 right now. I'll eventually go for E6. Archer's E3. Again, I'll eventually go for E6. Donhung's E2S1. Okay. I do got the cast team. I feel like this is fine for right now, but eventually MC's probably gonna go on the path of elation. See you in a bit. Finon will stay for right now, as is Jingyuan. Very similar. This is gonna be Jingliu Premium. My Jingliu is actually E1S1. I had to give her some investment. She was like one of my first few characters. My Acheron needs way more investment. Wow, I have 3,800 attack? That's a lot. Eventually, I might go for her Light Cone and E1 or E2. I gotta think about it. Eventually, she'll be E1 or E2. I'm not sure yet. It really depends on the timing of her next rerun. I'm not sure if I want to invest vertically in Cypher or not. I might because I love her so much, honestly. Again, I love all the Chrysos heirs. Oh, it's pathetic. I've only been able to get 1 star so far on the last one. I have yet to do the current one. But we're gonna be going in there very soon. Very soon. My Enax is not done being built yet. I was almost done building him, but then I was like, okay, you know what? I gotta prioritize Hyacinth. I have to completely, like, work on this man. He is not where he needs to be. And then we have Dot eventually. Eventually, when Hyacinth gets a rerun, I would 100% be getting her for this team. And then this last team I have with Mighty. My Mighty's built, like, almost perfectly. Sure, he doesn't have speed to be, like, before Sunday. But in terms of, like, sub-DPS build, which was originally what my plan was for him, like, as a sub-DPS, he's built perfectly. But I feel like he could still work as is. He's also my only imaginary DPS. I'm glad that they gave us more team slots to have 12 teams. It was definitely a much wanted thing for me. Alright, I believe there was some stuff to collect. Let's go up. Is there a way to go down? Oh, wait, you know what? I know what to do. I remember. With that. Okay, now I can start going down. Hey, get it from here? Nope. It was worth a shot. So let's see. Where is it gonna go? Up there? So I probably want to hit it. Wait, is it only one direction? Oh, it only goes in one direction. Damn. Because I did notice that there was a sprout. Oh, and there's also one of the puzzles there. This one probably might be the one I need for the sprout. If I hit it this way, maybe? Yes, okay. Okay, that's what it needed to do. Now I gotta figure out how to get to that puzzle. There was a gate. I will eventually. I'm not sure if I want to do it right away, though. Mainly because I really would not mind giving my saber more investment by getting E1 Treeby. This is different. Huh. Uh-oh. Oh well. Boom. Right now I'm at like 80 pity, so it's like I can get someone right now. Huh. Well, that was unexpected. What do I even need to do here? Okay. Then I need to do that. You would say that you think the E1 Treeby would be better to get right now? I might eventually get more investment on Cyrene. It's just, the thing is, I do love all the Chrysos heirs, and I do want to get all of them, but I also would like to make sure that I get a little bit more investment on my Saber team, so getting the E1 Treeby for right now, just to give my Saber team a little bit of a buff, would be really nice. And it could also buff other teams as well, like my, for example, my Jingliu team. Okay. Let's see. So I need to... This works. Wait, no it doesn't. Because I need it to hit the freaking blue button. That's a problem. Okay. So then I need it to... I need to somehow hit the blue button. No! Ugh. This... Oh boy, this is a little bit more confusing. What if I just, like... No. No. I gotta get to the portal before it does. No, wait, maybe I don't. Maybe I have to hit it twice? I don't know what to do. Maybe... No, because then it's gonna do the same thing again. You understand the puzzle? Because I'm lost. The portal thing makes it a little bit more challenging. I know the portal's got some sort of importance. Wait, I think I might have an idea myself. Not quite. I think I might be getting an idea out of it, though. Maybe do that. Oh, wait, no, I was supposed to go through it first. I think I found it myself. That. Boom. 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 So, I'm getting the right idea. Oh. I didn't know that could happen to me, too. I do think I'm getting the right idea, though. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. No, because then... Come on. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I needed to hit the blue button somehow. So what needs to happen is I need to go through that portal, but not have it be my last... Have it be that... Like, not be at it when he hits the button. So for right now... But I also need to get it before he does. I think it's starting to click for me. Okay, so... From here, it doesn't quite work. Hey. Wait! I think I just realized what it was. Oh, wait. Hold on. No, he's gotta hit that button first. No, I think I came up to the thing too soon. You want to hit the blue button. I gotta go through the portal before it does. That's the thing. No, I think I know what I need to. I need to go through the portal first. Before it does. So then I need it to... One. If I do this, it can't go through the portal. And I can't... Hey, Julian. I have an idea what needs to be done, but I can't find the route to get to it. I need to fall. No, because then... I think I understand. I think I'm starting to understand. Doing alright, just, now you see this, we enter at the same time. Just trying to figure out this frickin' puzzle. I feel like I'm getting close to figuring out what the answer is. I need to not do that extra step. I also need to make sure I go after it. So... okay. If I go and do the thing again, it's going to go through the portal right away. We don't want that. And if I go through now, I'll be going too soon. I'm like so freaking close to figuring this out. This is tough. I need to head right down here, hit the blue button. What if I... is there a way for me to... If I hit that portal thing right now, it's gonna kill it. If I walk the same direction into the way it is, it's gonna kill us both. I feel like I'm so close to figuring it out. Let's see for a minute. You need it to fall. And go and hit the blue button. Wait, maybe I do need to hit the yellow button. What if... no. No. Portal. Hit that to open it for me. Fall down. No. I have like a idea, but it's going to... think you're 1 arrow short. Unless I'm not seeing the 4th one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you're. Wait, why am I still crying? I completely forgot I was crying. Yeah, you're like 1 arrow short. Okay. No. Easy hint, got me killed. On. Oh! I got it! Thanks, Tribble. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. I wasn't gonna get that. There was no way. Hmm. Honestly, I'm also just really not ready to build a new character just yet. I ain't got enough credits to even finish the ones I have. I'm not even done with my Anaxa, my Cerebra, or my Hyacinth. So finishing Cyrene right after, that's a little bit tall of a task. Either E1 Treeby, E1 Hyacinth, or I get Cyrene right now. And then on top of that, next phase, I plan to E2S1 Finon. Yeah, that one was definitely a little difficult. I don't have any more, right? Yeah, I'm all out of Oneric shards. So what I get is what I get. Treeby will help my Saber team perform in Anomaly Arbitration, that's for sure. Cyrene I can't take into Anomaly Arbitration because I can't build her at all right now. I just don't have the funding to do it. My Treeby's already built, so E1 would make her better off the bat. My highest scene is not done yet. I might go for E1 on both. I might go for both. Yeah. Which is why I'm thinking I might delay the Cyrene until, like, the second phase. Because, like, her design is so freaking pretty. And look at the love in that stare. That is the look that someone gives to someone they are deeply in love with. I also need to think, if I did get Cyrene, where the heck would I even put her? Maybe on the Castress team? Yeah, I think she would possibly go on the Castress team, most likely. And then maybe with Anaxa to replace Sunday, question mark? This way it'll free up my Sunday for some other teams. That might be my idea. I also hear that using her with Hycelins makes Dot better, actually. That might be about it. So, there is use for her, but it'll take me way too long to build her. So, I guess delaying her isn't bad. And just getting the E1 for Treeby would be more valuable for most of my teams. Because I could use it with my Jing Liu. Well, I would use it with Jing Liu, and I would use it with my Saber team, most likely. Because my premium Saber team, like the strongest Saber variation, is this.
Please stay safe, teachers.
Like, this Saber team is really freaking good. Yes, I do have Height Scenes Light Cone. I'm 100% done with the story, and I found out that there was a post-story quest that ties things together that I did as well.
It's squishy.
I love her so much. I love all the Chrysosaurs. I'm still gonna get Cyrene before the patch ends. It's just, what right now is what it is. Because then, when we get to Phase 2, when it has Finon, I want to get E2S1 Finon. My Finon's E0S0 right now. I don't know if I want to get Eidolons for, like, Cypher and Mighty. I'm not sure. Maybe getting Mighty's Light Cone might be worth it. I don't know. But I feel like for right now, my Mighty's honestly really good. Like, look at my build for Mighty right now. He's already over 8,000 attack. He's getting 100% crit rate in battle. And he's got almost 230% crit damage. Like, he's really well built right now. My Lycone on Trailblazer. Let's see. I'm currently using the Herta Shop one because it's getting his speed up to 154 right now. I actually need to get him a new rope because the rope I have on him is not good. It's not even built. Like, all my built ropes I put on characters I use a lot more frequently. Like, my Aventurine, my Ho-Ho, Gallagher, Sunday, Baronia. Although that Baronia one's pretty bad. I think... almost 230, it's very close. A little over 220, yeah. He's really good right now. So I will probably get Cyrene, but probably after Fine on E2S1. This phase, what I'm most worried about is just getting... well, getting Hyacinth and her Lycone was the most important thing, and I do have that now. Now it's just, what vertical investment do I want the most? There's Treeby and Hyacinth E1 for now. Maybe E2 if I'm feeling really zesty. In the long run, Treeby's probably better, because she's a lot more universal than Hyacinth, while Hyacinth specifically towards HP scaling teams. But if we look at how many HP scaling teams I have, none of the first 4 teams are. So we got Casterus, who's HP scaling. My Jingliu is HP scaling. And my Mighty. And just a heads up, I do also have Blade at S1 and E1. So my Blade is actually pretty strong. And he's almost got 9,000 HP. So I have a lot of HP scaling stuff. I think I have just about everything that scales off HP in the game right now. All honesty, I might just get both E1 if I can. E1 Treeby-En Hyacinth. E2 would be cool, but that might be a bit of a stretch. That is true. True. All honesty, I was even considering going as far as E2 for Hyacine, because when an ally target's HP decreases, speed increases by 30%, lasting for 2 turns. So, in theory, I'm guessing this would increase her damage dramatically, because her damage does scale off extra speed, and so does her healing. So realistically, getting E2 Tribi, well, E1, E2 Tribi, E1, E2 Hyacine, both of them are very, very good. Wait, that's entire team? That's not just for her? They probably should have worded that a little better. But being honest. Both Hyacine and Tribi have so much value. It's insane.